I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence to let them in, talk up their body, another one body, that's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go.
Oh, what's up?
God damn it.
Fucking shit.
New host of the show.
Hell yeah.
We ain't, I don't know.
He don't know what he doing.
He's already drunk.
Oh my God.
He's already
What
drunk.
is happening?
You ever seen when they say drink responsibly, they talk about him. That's that whole, that's where that thing came from.
Whatever.
About him.
Come back, y'all. What you saying, Mo?
Mo, you muted?
Where's our stuff at the bottom?
I'm just playing, man. Come on, man.
Wow.
Y'all like I was able to get on a show and all of a sudden you're going to give me heartache.
Yo, I got you. I got you, baby.
Right, I gave time.
My man.
My man.
My
That's
nigga.
what I'm talking about, sir. That's what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
you.
Anyway, listen, everybody. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm tired. I'm sorry we've been away from y'all for so long. We're back. It's the off season. We got stuff to talk about. You know, I got Kory's in rare form. He's already been hitting the pause button on several people. I got Tyler who has all the controls now that he took over with the last episode. We finally got Justin back in the house. All right. And of course, Hollywood Mo is ready to rumble. So let's get
he
into
looks
it.
off.
No. He's just ready. He's focused. He's been watching those draft boards. He's been checking to see where these guys are at and why is Shedeur dropping. He's focused. He's focused.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all it is. All right. Plus, he's doing big things, flying around the country, jet set.
Limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, son of a gun. That's what we doing now.
It's an afternoon show, guys. So I'm going to hit you with the Corona Extra today. No whiskey yet. All right. But let's get right into it. Off season, guys. Let's talk about this draft. This draft is in a couple weeks, April 24th through the 26th. Please join in. We will be covering the first round live. Okay. So let's talk about it. With the first pick on the clock, Tennessee Titans. Tyler.
It's going to be Cam Ward.
Justin.
It's going to be Cam Ward.
Mr. Kory.
It's got to be Cam.
Mo, these people right?
Yeah.
It's unanimous.
I think it's almost expected. It would be the shock of the draft right from jump. If Cam doesn't go number one. Is that a right pick? What about you, Kory?
I mean, he's had a spectacular season, but it was just this one season. And Shedeur has 2 seasons under his belt at over there at Buffalo. I mean, not in Buffalo, but in Colorado for the Buffaloes. So my personal opinion, I feel Shedeur might just be that guy a little bit better with a lot more experience with his father behind him. But Cam Ward looked great, and you don't know what you're going to get. So I expect him to perform, but you're going to the Tennessee Titans.
All right. I get it.
Hold on. See, I'm really about to take over for this
Oh,
shit, right?
boy. Here we go.
Kory, now, take me back over. I want to see everybody's face when I say shit like this, bro.
Damn.
I'm really like this ISO shit. Like,
There
do
we
you think,
go.
now I'm going to hit you with a follow-up, right? Now, you say you think Shedeur the better prospect, but is Cam Ward the best pick for the Tennessee Titans? Should they go quarterback after previously going quarterback the previous 2 years?
number one pick is always supposed to be the best player in the draft overall, in my opinion. Is best player in the draft. Is he the best player in the draft? No, because we all know that really belongs to Travis Hunter. He's been the best player in the draft. But quarterback for the Titans is a need. You got think about who was the one before Will Levis?
Malik Willis, I think.
Yeah, Malik Willis, and he didn't pan out. You go against Will Levis, he's not panning out. So yes, you need a quarterback, but we also know you got to protect your quarterback. So right now, that's what they need. They need to sell tickets. They need something to bring people in. Go get a quarterback.
I'm going to
Maybe
ask you a question. Let me do the follow-up question on that. Will Levis was there last year. Was he terrible? Did anybody think he was really terrible?
Yes.
They got the first round draft pick. The first
So,
round.
yeah, I mean, they ain't win no games like
Yeah,
that.
That's the op, so you bias, okay? But in reality, did you really think he was terrible? Like,
Yes.
Tyler, what was his numbers last year? Let's
terrible.
look up
Yes.
at that.
He got benched to Mason Rudolph, bro.
ASS. Ass.
That's true. He did get
And I think
benched.
Mason Rudolph got them the first victory for.
Okay.
Could be
I'm
wrong.
just stating this because here's the thing. To me, I may be different in my thinking, but number one pick, number one overall. I'm not even talking about first round. I'm number one overall. Top pick in the entire draft. If it's not a generational talent, I don't want it. You know what I mean? That's too much pressure. Having that number one pick and not picking the top player available in the entire draft is crazy to me. So it almost reminds me of one of my favorite movies, Draft Day, right?
Hell,
When he didn't take Bo with the number one pick, remember? Right?
my
All
favorite
right,
movie.
because you take it's the number one pick, man. You always take the top player available. Would you pass up on a Myles Garrett to pick up a Will Levis? Come on, just because he's a quarterback. So while Cam Ward, if we're not sold that he's the best player in the draft, why are we drafting him number one? That's what I'm asking. Mo, talk to me.
I don't know.
Will's stats suck.
That is a trash answer, Mo.
You
Come
said,
on.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know why they drafting that man. To me, you listen. Cam Ward had one good season. That's with Miami. He was supposed to come out last year in the draft. You know why he got back in school? Because they told him he was probably going to be like a 3rd to 6th rounder.
Mm-hmm.
So he went back, went to Miami, did what he did at Miami, and upped his draft stock. Cool. I have no problem with that. But am I to believe that he was developed so much at Miami that now he's a premier quarterback? No.
Hell no.
No, he was at Washington before that. If I asked you what school he was at before that, none of you can answer it. But I bet you can tell me Miami.
Mm-hmm.
That's because his name is out there. I seen something that said they think he's close to Steve McNair.
Ooh.
Last time I checked, that didn't mean Super Bowl.
Wow.
So who is he throwing to?
I feel like we get this every year though with the number one quarterback. It's a generational talent. Generational talent. We literally had this conversation about Caleb Williams last year.
Yeah.
But Caleb
Who
Williams,
is he
on the other
throwing
hand,
to?
has weapons and low key looked all right.
Who
Yeah,
is Cam Ward going to
Mo
be
has a
throwing to?
point. Exactly.
He's going to throw to Calvin Ridley?
I think Mo is 100% right, and I agree with Kory 100% about Caleb. Caleb's situation, we knew he was talented. Whatever you thought of him personally, for what he did in his rookie season, you're expecting progression. So his progression should put him amongst the top 15, maybe, in the league. Would you be shocked to find that out? Am I putting him on CJ Stroud level? Probably not. Am I putting him to the top quarterbacks like Lamar? No, No, I'm not expecting that out of him yet. In 3, 4, 5 years from now, yes, I expect that. And if I'm not, then he failed at where he was supposed to be. So that's why I'm asking. With the number 1 overall pick, do you waste it on a Cam Ward? Yet everybody agrees he's number 1.
No, I agree he's number 1 because of what Tennessee's looking for, but
Yes.
he shouldn't be number 1 pick. Like how Kory said, should be definitely Travis Hunter. Like whatever happened to like drafting key players and keep sucking, like how the Jaguars did for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Draft key players, don't get a quarterback right away, and then when a quarterback that is good,
Yeah, when the right one comes up,
when the right one come around, then you grab what you need for.
Yeah, and he changes the whole franchise.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But like the Jaguars ain't drafted a quarterback. They had like 100 number 1 picks for him. They ain't drafted a quarterback every single time. They drive Sunshine. You know what I'm saying? Like out of Clemson for him. We don't need it.
They drafted Bortles that one year and he did really good, but I don't think he wasn't a number 1 pick. But
Bro, we got a Jaguars fan right here who could literally confirm everything I'm saying.
Yeah, he
They
can
didn't have a bunch of number 1 picks. They had a bunch of high draft picks, but they was missing on some and hitting on others. And yeah, y'all are absolutely right. They got a lot of stuff before that, and then they went and got Trevor.
Sunshine. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but past couple years, yeah, you had Trevor. You had
Blackman, Justin Blackman. Remember
you had
him.
Trayvon. You had Justin Blackman didn't even pan out because he loved the weed. So
Leonard Fournette.
I just don't know why. I don't know why they so set on Cam Ward. I don't see why they so set on Cam Ward. You don't even have the offensive line for Cam Ward. You don't even have the receivers for Cam Ward. You don't even have the running back for Cam Ward.
All that nonchalant shit he was doing in Miami, that shit dead.
It ain't gonna happen. He's gonna be running for his fucking life. And guess what? He's not that good of a runner.
All right. I got you. All right. So let me ask you guys a question now. Number 2 pick. Prior to about a week ago, money, I know, right? I walked into that shit. But about a week ago, good money would have been put that Shador might have been going to the Browns for number 2. Until yesterday or the day before when Flacco signed his deal to go back to Cleveland.
It was yesterday.
Okay, so with that, do you think Cleveland is still in the running for Shador, or are we now moved on?
We moving on for him.
Moved on.
Okay, so
they're still in the running.
They're still in the running? Okay, so tell me. Okay, so you got them still in the running. Justin, who do they pick up with that number 2 pick?
They're going to partner up Abdul Carter with Myles Garrett. It's about to be wraps for him. It has to be wraps.
I don't like that. That's almost as bad as what he said last year when he tried to put Max Crosby and him on the same.
And it almost happened. It almost happened, though.
We didn't like what we heard. We didn't like it. We didn't like it then. We don't like it now. I don't like that Abdul Carter situation.
DEFCON 2. Hell yeah. That's what I'm going to call them.
DEFCON 2. That's a good one.
What about you, Tyler?
I've been looking up some mock drafts from other reporters and stuff just to see what gauging the whole room and stuff. Yep. But what it looks like I'm seeing is going to be Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like that he is going. Looks like that's very suspected to do that. Looks like to get him would be a great addition, because this one right here is even saying that Travis Hunter will be able to fill 2 roles for that team.
Wide receiver and corner.
In 2 roles?
I think not in the beginning. I think they'll see how he does in one and just play it out from there. But I think it's definitely needed for what they have.
What do you think, Kory?
So first, I'll start with why I said they're still in the running for Cam.
Okay.
1, you just signed Flacco. Flacco's old. He's just there temporarily. 2,
you mean Shador, right? You said Cam.
Yeah, Shador. Yeah. Well, I still think they're in the running for Shador. You just signed Flacco. Flacco's old. He's just there as a fill-in. You still got Deshaun Watson, who has been dog water since he's got there. So you will need a quarterback for the future. Why not sit behind somebody and learn? We've always said that. So that's the only reason why I say they're in the running. With that said, it's going to be either Abdullah or Travis going over there. After the whole Myles Garrett situation, the organization's going to most likely going to listen to him and give him some help. And adding Abdullah Carter could possibly be a help because, like I said, we don't know how he's going to pan out. But Travis could fill two voids that they need: corner and receiver depth. Jerry Jeudy is mid at best, and then there's nobody else at wide receiver. So
He had a halfway decent year last year, but I'm not a big fan. Remember, he's what did Steve Smith call him?
oh,
A jag.
A jag.
A mediocre.
Just
Just another guy.
Just a guy.
That's another guy.
All right, but yeah, I'm with you. And you know what? I honestly hope that. Well, you know what? I don't know because I would love to see Carter on the Giants as well. Because at number 3, and Mo, I'm coming to you because this is probably going to be the hardest pick at number 3 here. And I'm biased, being the New Yorker I am, right? Whoever Cleveland picks, whether it's Travis Hunter, whether it's Carter, whether they surprise the world and go to Shador. If you're GM of the New York Giants, where do you go?
Okay. The Giants. You sold yourself up at quarterback. Receiver. You need one. You need another one. If Travis Hunter get taken at 2, Abdul Carter. I have another one that I think y'all should get, but I don't want to get killed. But who cares?
Bring it.
Ashton Jeanty.
running back.
Running back.
I think that's a little no.
Running back.
They got him at the
Who do you
5th
have at running
best.
back? Who do you have at running back? You
got
take the pressure
nobody.
off the quarterback.
Nobody.
Go to Philly.
Huh?
You let your running back go to Philly.
Let your running back go to Philly, and also you got Russ and Jameis back there. You're gonna need somebody to run the ball, unless you want them to throw some interceptions.
They got Tracy Jr.
Because I'm sorry.
They got Tracy
He started
Jr.
coming on last year though,
1,000
a little
yards,
bit.
1,000 yard back. Chill out.
He started coming on last year. I'll give him
Like
that.
he's like a third down back. He is not a real.
And he had
Yeah,
1,000 yards.
1,000 yards.
Chill out.
I had to pick him up in our fantasy league, so yeah.
Chill out. He's 1,000 yard back. Let's put some little bit of respect on the rookie. Put a little bit of respect on him.
And even I.
All right. Well, you know what?
I ain't giving him that love. Go ahead, Mo.
This is what I'm talking about right here. Hey, all right. So just go ahead, go get Abdul Carter and mean nothing in offense, and then let Jameis Winston get sacked 100 times or feel the pressure and throw 52 interceptions, or let Russell Wilson just run around and hold on to the ball like he was doing with the Steelers. Let's just watch it.
Now, what I'm saying is that we don't need to go skill player with the Giants, though. Like, there is some good offensive linemen in this draft. Will Campbell out of LSU is projected a top 5 pick, top 6.
I don't think y'all doing that because
I know that's not what they're gonna do. That's what they need to do, but they're not gonna do that for real. We're gonna go draft the fastest, biggest, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker out of the draft for real.
They're gonna mess up the draft.
But yeah, the Giants gonna mess up the draft
for sure. And you know what? Here's the thing: if you go and mess up the draft, I'd rather make a big splash.
Fuck it.
I'd rather grab Shador Sanders. I know we have like 95 quarterbacks. I agree. Okay, we'll have like 90 quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say it's the right thing. I did like the dynamic between Neighbors and Sanders. I like it. I do. I'm sorry. I do. I like the fact that Sanders is starting to drop in his stock. Who knows? Maybe the Giants will be able to pick him up later in the first round by trading up for a second pick. I'm just saying I like that dynamic.
Neighbors, Sanders, Slayton. Who's your tight end? Jack
Dave,
shit.
have a fucking tight end.
Jack shit. Y'all O line is hey man. I think you can help the O line by getting a running back as well.
I agree with that. I agree with it.
I'm saying that I don't think they're gonna go running back because Tracy had a decent year last year, right? And that's
There's
what
nothing wrong with two running backs.
That's what quarterbacks like fucking Daniel Jones, fucking Danny DeVito, and fucking Drew Lock, bro. Like, come on,
Daniel
I'm not
Jones.
even there anymore, though.
like, come on. That's what I'm saying. You don't got none of them three. We about to name big names for the most viral player in the NFL, Jameis fucking Winston, fucking Mr. Unpredictable, fucking Russell Wilson, for real. Like, what we talking about right now?
I don't know, man. I would personally probably still rather have Sanders, and maybe I'm the minority. I'm okay with that.
No, you're not.
So you want to be the Falcons?
If they draft Sanders, I riot.
But it's not like you pay. The Falcons paid Kirk Cousins to come over there, and they paid him a shitload of money, and then when it got Michael Penix, which was crazy, and we were all like, "What?" So
same thing with the Giants, though.
You just, but Russell, you're not paying him buku cash, and you're not paying Jameis buku dollars.
$25 million, bro.
You're not paying them. You're not paying them.
Bro,
Kirk Cousins money.
And then you got Jameis Winston on a 2-year deal. Like, what we got going on?
Is it 2 years with? Well, we got to look at the structure of the contract.
Deal. It's a 2-year deal with Jameis. Russell Wilson signed a 1-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, why draft the quarterback now? Like, if you suck next year, you get Archie.
Yeah, that's what they're probably going to do.
Like, what we talking about?
He's not going there.
He probably will.
Giants make it happen.
Yeah,
Archie already putting out that he's not coming out next year. I mean, coming out this year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be there. That's why you pick up Sanders right now. Sanders right now. Get rid of old ass Russell Wilson. Get rid of interception Jameis. You know, I take it back about the running back because you do have Tracy, and I just looked it up. I forgot about Devin Singletary, who's a very capable number 2. I thought he was he did some intelligent plays last season. I like Devin Singletary. I don't care. Okay. I would just like to see that, man. I just like to see that. All right, let's move on. At number 4, New England. Already got your nice young quarterback who should be starting this year. Tyler, who do you pick up on number 4? I just made you the GM.
I think they need to build up that O-line to protect the quarterback because they weren't doing that well. I think it's going to be Will Campbell.
All right. Hey, Kory, how do you think about that?
Will Campbell. This a reach. Wait, do they even have a tight end over there?
Yeah, Hunter Henry.
Either you do the 2 tight end set the Patriot way, and get Tyler Warren, or you compliment Diggs and you get Tedoroyo McMillan, who I personally think is the best wide receiver in the draft.
All right. Mo, what do you got for me?
Who's gone at this point?
At this point, supposedly we have Cam gone. You have Hunter gone. And
probably Abdullah Carter.
Carter. Whoa. Reading slip there. Okay. So we're at number 4 now.
Okay. Yeah, you go Will Campbell.
Will Campbell. Makes sense.
You going Will Campbell over what's his name? The other tackle.
I think it makes sense because you have to
Armand Menabu.
You have to protect him.
Yeah.
You know? And you have to protect them. You don't have the greatest running back situation, but you have a decent running back situation.
Her running back situation is trash.
No, it's not.
Didn't they sign someone this year?
No, they have Stevenson.
The running back.
Not that
Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson.
They have Stevenson.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the running back.
All right, so I don't think that Will is a bad pick. That's who I probably would grab up. I grab up Will Campbell myself too. All right. At number 5, and we'll go to you, Justin. At number 5 now.
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
You're going to the wrong person to start this.
No, I'm
This-
going to you on purpose. I'm not going to Mo.
He been waiting on this pick.
No. You're lucky I don't mute him for this one. I ain't going to diss him like that, though. Where do you go with your number 5th pick, Justin?
Ashton Genty.
Mm.
Ashton Genty, you know why? Because that run game last year was non-fucking existent at all. You couldn't run the ball with the Jaguars. Travis Etienne, gone. Nobody. Whatever the fuck his last name is, Big Speed, whatever, get him out of here too. He gonna only run 3 yards and he fall on shit. You need Genty, man. Get Genty.
Wow. I can't
Get
believe
Genty.
you said that about Etienne.
Etienne is a bird. He a bird. Ask me how I know, because I had him on fantasy and I lost. He a bird. Get him out of here. Tweet, fly away. He a bird.
Wow. Travis Etienne is a...
His little brother's better. Get him out of here.
Wow. All right. We're going to come back.
Mad
We're
disrespectful.
going to come back. Tyler, where do you go with the number 5th pick?
I'm going to go with, the running back wasn't a bad call, but I think that go with me, Mason Graham, with all these picks getting grabbed up.
All right.
Another defensive player. I'm really tired of these Jaguars, bro.
Mm-mm.
I'm tired of the Jaguars. It's defense every year. Every year, defense.
What are you talking about? They got Brian Thomas Jr. last year.
Bro,
Yeah.
that was luck, bro. That was mad luck, bro. I ain't worried about that.
He's like the best.
Now you disrespectful.
I want a running back. Yeah, you have anything other than a running back, I riot for it.
Man, I think you
Right.
just for the sake of it.
Disrespectful, bro.
I hate it for it, bro.
Hey, Kory, where do you go with your number 5th pick? We're going to mute Justin in a minute.
Yo, honest to God, it's one or two things. You either keep Trevor upright and you go grab one of the offensive tackles on the board, either Will Campbell or a Menabu, or you replace Evan Ingram and get Tyler Warren. One of those guys is going to be there at that spot.
I like that.
You
That one I like.
You put in Warren high as hell, bro.
Well, he's the best tight end in the draft.
I mean,
So
I'm not saying he's not the best tight end in the draft, but
he's not gonna make it out of the first round. And
no,
Jacksonville
he's gonna
doesn't have
round.
no.
I'm not worried about the first round. But
He's
I'm
not
saying
gonna
you got
make it
him
out
top
the
5. Like, God.
But you don't have a tight end right now.
I mean, you just got rid of Ingram, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Tyler
running.
Warren.
Yeah,
Tyler
they're doing
Warren
right
is
now.
the number 4 best available in the whole class.
Well, that's a little high, but
You pick him over Loveland?
It's Abdullah Carter. I'm looking at it right now. Abdullah Carter, Travis Hunter, Mason Graham, Tyler Warren, Ashton Genty at 5, Jalen Walker, Cam Ward, Amenabu at 8, Williams at 9, and then Loveland at 10. I'll just do the top 10. So, yeah, I'm just going off of what I'm seeing on ESPN, but that's how they have it ranked. But I'm saying Tyler Warren is going to go in the top 10, in my opinion, at that point.
well, you know what? It's not a bad thing because remember last year we were screaming about
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers, okay? And Brock Bowers, because he's a tight end, nobody wanted to really pull the trigger, and he made a major impact last season.
Mm.
Major. All right.
Oh, this boy's face, boy.
Yeah, and I'm ready for him.
Let me mute. I'm going to mute my mic. Have at it.
Yo, ISO on Mo.
Yeah. Okay, Mo, talk to me. It's your team. Everybody knows it's your team. You do follow your team intently. Where they going with number 5?
I don't fucking know. Listen. As y'all know, we got a new GM, new head coach. The head coach is from Tampa. The head coach from Tampa like to run 2 running back sets. I don't think he's giving up on Travis Etienne. However, there's a part of me that feel like he did, and he's trade bait. So, would I be okay with Ashton Genty? You're absolutely right. Trade Travis, and then we get another pick in the first or a high pick in the second. I'm with it. However, if we decide to keep Travis and don't go running back, I would prefer Membu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
because we got a whole bunch of new old linemen, and it's protect Trevor. Let's keep him off the injury list.
I'm about to say, because the past couple seasons, it feels like he spent a considerable amount of time not on the field.
I don't really blame Travis Etienne for his season last season, because if the defense know your plays because your dumbass coach don't want to change up the system, then you get what you get.
True. We all remember the episode, big steaming pile.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, if we do go defense, to piss Justin off, I'm okay.
Will Johnson.
You better say it.
Will
Johnson. Cornerback, Michigan Wolverines.
Big physical corner, yeah.
If these motherfuckers go defense again, I riot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm right. We riot. We riot as a group.
No, you riot in your
We
house.
riot as a group.
You riot in your house.
I represent us. We riot as a group.
No, you don't really.
Represent us, bro. We riot as a group.
All right. Okay. Kory, at number 6.
Number 6.
The Vegas Raiders are on the clock.
Ooh, this is where you want to know something?
This is where it gets real.
This is where I've already stated this. This is where you Shador should be going. And I've stated this from way before. Right here. You got Geno on 2 years? Let him sit behind Geno and learn and build up that team.
Don't learn from that man. Get him.
You ain't learning from him.
No,
don't learn.
You can learn.
Man. I don't want you to learn nothing from that man.
He won't be
the
learning.
Thing is, when you're a quarterback, it's about decision making on the field. But if Geno can, I get it. But if
Tom
Geno
Brady
can tell
you
you,
don't need to learn from Geno.
Yeah, Tom Brady's there as well. If you can learn the X's and O's and how to read and things like that, because Geno just making his own mistakes, because whatever. But it doesn't matter. He could still learn from him. He could still learn from him. Geno's had 12 years. Yeah, Justin, because you was all for Geno, boy. Geno, and now he gone. No. You ain't say it in the beginning of the year, nothing. Beginning of the year, nothing. Because when he was cooking the year before, and they did they make the playoffs?
I said it last year.
They wrote me off, but I ain't right back, right? You remember that? You remember that? Didn't write back. You was Geno, we got the best. Oh, look at our secondary. We finna cook Baltimore. They ain't gonna do nothing. You stood by them. Stand on business. That's the mantra here. Stand on business.
Talking about us grabbing defense. They got 42 cornerbacks.
But we do something though. It's a problem though. We do something though with that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't do nothing with that shit.
Y'all ain't did nothing with y'all 42 cornerbacks.
Geno a bird. He a bird. Let that motherfucker fly for real. We let him leave the nest for real. There's a reason why we let him leave. There's a reason. We got rid of him. And we took his fucking number 1 target and we sent him to Pittsburgh for it. Because guess what? He was trying to vouch for Geno. We sent him to Pittsburgh. Get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? We don't need Geno. I said it last year. I said the year before that.
Seattle later about why they ain't.
Geno is too inconsistent, bro.
What they gonna look like going forward? But we'll get to them later. But I still want to know what the fuck do the Raiders do?
They go get Shador.
Mm-hmm.
They go get Shador.
I already said Shador from a long time ago that's where he was going.
Fall right to the Raiders. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tyler, where do you see what do you see the Raiders doing?
I'm going to say Shador, but I've heard some rumors going around with him going way down the list. But I'm going to stick with Shador for now, because that rumor's been going around for so long.
All right, Mo, what do you got for the Raiders?
Ted McMillan.
Oh, Ted Arroyo, yeah.
They don't have no receiver. Who's their receiver? Name him.
Brock Bowers.
Name their receiver.
Brock Bowers.
They
don't have a receiver.
They literally are running the old KC style offense. Throw to the tight end 7 out of 10 times.
Damn, bro, what's that motherfucker's name? Myers. Myers is over there.
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, Jacoby Myers is over there.
Who got killed last season.
Yeah, and that's all I know for him.
Like I said, who are they receiving?
Let's take a look.
Man,
Wasn't
Texas
that
Tech.
a lawyer
Ooh.
that we used to? I mean, I'm kind of dating myself, but I'm sure there was a commercial when I was growing up in New York for like one of those Morgan and Morgan type things that we got down here now.
They got Myers, Tucker,
It was called
Phillips.
Kobe and Myers.
Yeah.
Like she was in black and white and shit.
They got Mostert now too over there.
Mm-hmm. That's why I hate to say it, Shador is going to probably end up there. They're not going to pass up on that. I think they're going to make that move. All right. I'm going to go back to Mo. Mo at number 7.
New York Jets.
Who picked it number 7?
The New York
The Jets.
Why do you think I'm not saying shit? What do you got?
Okay, so the Jets at number 7. I would say they not. That's rough, man. But they're going defense. If Will Johnson ain't picked up at that point, they're getting Will Johnson because DJ Reed went to the Lions.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you something real quick.
You got a defensive head coach.
Just for the sake of asking it. I know I'm going to get killed about it, but fuck it. If Shador falls to number 7, do you pick him up?
All right, man. No, man. No.
I'm just saying, man.
No,
Keep it in New York. See, why do I have all this hate, bro? Why is all this hate? This hate is necessary. You guys are better than this?
You need to stop. Every single team we have brought up, with the exception of the Jags, you said Shador. I'm tired of hearing his name. We should only hear his name one more time, and that's for the number 9 pick. Stop saying Shador.
I'm fucking signed. They just signed Justin Fields. You talking about
If you there.
You know you were named after Justin Fields, right?
Yo, chill. I'm older than
What?
How does that work? Yo, that was crazy. Like,
I said he was named after Justin Timberlake. He was named after John.
fucking older than this motherfucker, bro.
Anyway, all right. Hey Tyler, who you got with that number 7 pick?
I think they're going to go with
Mo go over there and fuck you up.
Say what?
Don't you dare say Shador. He'll drive over there and fuck you up.
I said Raiders with him already.
I know.
I think they're going to go with Loveland.
Okay. That's like the third team you got
the
picked
tight end.
They don't have it. What tight end do they have?
Conklin.
Okay. Conklin.
I actually like Conklin.
All right, fair enough.
Hey, Kory, what do you got for number 7?
They're going defense. They're not going offense. So it's either you're going to pair Quinnen, whatever the hell his name is. Quinnen Williams with Mason Graham, another D tackle, or you're going to go with somebody off the edge and grab Jalen Walker or Mikael Williams, either one of those guys out of Georgia.
What about you, Justin? What do you got?
I have to agree with Kory, man. Jalen Walker looks like.
All right, you're all fucking wrong. They go on O-line, period. I don't know who they're going to pick, but they definitely picking whoever's the best O-line.
Like Kelvin Banks?
I'm not sure. I don't know whoever the best available O-line is going to be at that point. They are going to be trying to rebuild that O-line.
NFL got Membu going to the Jets.
I could see it.
They got Membu.
I'm not saying it's going to be him. I think they're going to be the best available offensive lineman available. Tackle. I think, in fact, I'll say it. It's going to be a tackle, best available.
Yeah, tackle out of Missouri.
Who'd they draft last year?
They draft
an O-lineman?
Yeah, offensive lineman out of Penn State. The big guy.
Yeah, they ain't drafting no O-lineman. You crazy.
They need to.
Not after they just revamped them last season. Remember, they went and got like Tyron Smith, and they got the one that we traded them. They drafted. They not going O-line.
For them.
Hold on, wait.
Like 100 years old.
They ain't drafting.
Conklin's now with the Chargers.
Oh shit! But where?
Yeah, he said March 21st, 1-year deal. Go to the Chargers.
Oh, Jeremy Rucker is their number 1 tight end.
Go figure. I didn't even know that. But
they got Justin Fields back there. So
All right, here we go. Number 8.
Number 8. Let's go to Tyler for this one. Number 8.
Cowgirls.
I think they're going with O-line. If Membu is not picked up, I think they're going to go with him because they need someone to protect fucking Jelly Brain.
Number 8 is
Panthers.
Panthers, buddy.
I thought number 8 was Miami.
No,
Number 8 is Panthers.
Panthers.
Oh, it's
Nah,
the Panthers.
oh.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. I don't know what the heck. My bad. Let's. Fuck. The Panthers need a lot. God
Panthers
damn.
need damn near the whole team.
That's what I'm saying. Anybody. Anyone. I
Yeah.
really don't know, but fuck if I know.
There is no wrong pick here for the Panthers. They could draft whoever
Best
they want.
Best available is the best pick for them. Just build.
JC Horn is the best thing on that team. That's it.
Just pick anything but a quarterback.
Yeah, I'll say I'm just
Pick anything but a quarterback. Y'all go quarterback way too much. Stop doing that shit.
I don't know. I'm just golden wide receiver.
All right. What about the rest of you? Justin?
Best available.
Best available. Kory?
Anyway,
I'll tell you, best available. Anybody can help that team.
I just
It
threw
don't matter
darts at a
who it
dartboard, and
is.
that's what I got.
Yeah.
Mo? Is it?
Lon Walker.
Okay.
Okay, he gave an answer.
Okay. I didn't think he'd go that high. All right. Don't get me wrong. I like him, though. I think he'll definitely help that team.
According to NFL, they're saying that the Panthers may trade the pick.
Yeah, that might even help them.
Trade back to
That
12.
might help them even more.
They said they might trade back to 12 and trade with the Cowboys.
Okay.
That might help them.
All right, we'll see what happens.
The Panthers are run by toddlers.
Bro.
All right. So, Mo, at number 9, who do you got for the Saints?
Okay, like I said earlier, if Shador is going to drop, he dropping to the Saints.
Okay. I wanted you to mention his name. I didn't want to get
Yeah.
attacked.
Because they back, and then they doing too much like little flirting shit. Like the other week, Deion Sanders. Last week he said something when they had the pro day. Oh, I like these colors, gold and black. Then when they went to talking about the patting the ball shit, Shador stock drop. Everybody said to who? The Saints, because Derek Carr is going to be out for the season. And then they put eyes on Twitter and stuff. Deion put eyes for the Saints after that news. The Saints then put eyes on Deion. Man, just everybody shut the fuck up and make your pick on the 24th. I don't want to see no eyes. I only send eyes to a woman when she say, "What you doing?"
Wow.
All right. Kory, is it a good pick?
Yeah, because it'll be the other top corner. So if it's not if Will Johnson's on the board, it'll be Will Johnson. If it's not him, it'll be J.D. Barron, Jahadi Barron, or whatever his name is, a kid out of Texas.
My friend, I'm sorry. I didn't make myself clear. If they pick Shador, is it a good pick for them? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a good pick for them. I mean, you have a Derek Carr who's injured, who I just read a report, he may even already be injured coming into the season.
He's always injured.
So
yeah, there's a report of a shoulder injury.
Yeah. So
he's always injured, man. He's trash.
But like I said, if Shador's not there, corner. Because the only good corner you got is Kool-Aid, suppose.
Right.
So
what about you, Justin? Is that something that would help this team?
Shador, if he falls, you definitely help out the Saints. But I'm not a big fan. I'm going quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't care if he's a number 2 prospect in the beginning of the year. Bro. I don't give a fuck. I just don't like going quarterback. I mean, you just drafted Rattler last year.
But he was like a late pick.
I don't mean shit. He did all right. He started a couple games. He won a game. Won a game or two.
The top pick for him. For that, you could have picked up something that would.
No, he wasn't a top pick. Rattler.
Rattler
was like 6th, I think, 6th round or something like that.
That was not 6th round. Was
I
he?
think he was on day 2 though. He was definitely on day 2, day 3.
Rattler was a 5th round pick.
Mm.
But he started a couple games. He didn't look too bad. He won a couple games. I say develop him, man.
I thought he went earlier than that.
Mm-mm. He was
All
the
right.
only other quarterback out there that nobody picked up that year.
Hey, Tyler, with the Saints, I don't like the Saints. I like the colors. I do like the colors. But with the Saints, what do you got?
I'd probably have to go with if Shador is still available at that point, because now with this Derek Carr situation, it's either that or they pick up a quarterback from free agency, but they're going to need somebody to fill those shoes.
All right.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So with this whole Cam Ward Shador thing going on now, do you think we have another Alex Smith, Aaron Rodgers predicament?
My opinion, no, and I'll tell you why. I think the Alex Smith, Aaron Rodgers situation was a 1-2. And for whatever reason, Aaron Rodgers did not go to, and he dropped basically just because people didn't need a quarterback. And he went all the way down to Green Bay. And even though Green Bay didn't need a quarterback, they said, why is this guy so low? He really is a quality quarterback. And they grabbed him up and stashed him on the bench. That's why he sat for a couple years. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that happens here. Okay. If for whatever reason their draft stock were to flip at the last minute and Shador goes number 1, let's just say that shit flips at the last minute. Cam Warren is not dropping.
No.
And it won't be a situation like they have this rivalry. I don't think that rivalry is going to exist. Whether or not you believe that Rodgers had a chip on his shoulder, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? He proved to have the better career than Alex Smith over the longevity of their careers anyway. I don't think you have that same type. I do think that Cam is probably not going to have the career that we think he's going to have, though. I don't think so. I don't think
Hey, man. Aaron Rodgers fell to the right spot because he got to learn, and he tells you he learned from Brett Favre. That's why he ended up to be the better quarterback. Alex Smith had to get that shit out the mud, and he just ended up being an okay quarterback. Like, and then they twisted his leg up so much he couldn't play anymore.
Wow.
So I mean,
Twisted up his
what
leg.
are we talking about right now?
It was just a question because we got
Next
2
draft.
quarterbacks.
I mean, next position.
Next pick.
Well, we got to do that number 10. It's going to round it out.
Yeah,
At 10, you got the Bears. Most
Easy.
favorite team.
The
Easy.
Bears.
Okay. Corey, what do you pick for number 10?
Running back. They're missing running back. DeAndre Swift is not cutting it in my eyes over there. No, he's still there. He's still there. He's not cutting it. This is where Gentry's probably gone by now. If Dallas moves up, like Tyler predicted for Carolina, they probably get Gentry. Here's where Judkins falls in, who I think is the second best running back in the draft, Quinshon Judkins, because they need a running back. That's the only thing they're really missing on that piece.
Hold on. Like, think about it, bro. Swift had a decent. I'm not gonna say he had a great year. He had glimpses where this motherfucker went ape shit. So like,
he had 6 touchdowns
with the Bears,
959 yards.
You had him on fantasy. Motherfucker dropped like 50 points like 3 times for.
Let's see here.
Unless I'm hot.
He's that receiving back. So yeah, he's the all-purpose back, but he's not going crazy. All right, one game he had 129 in a loss that I could see in yards, 93 in another. He only had 6 rushing touchdowns. All you do receiving. Trash.
Yeah, they need a running back for sure.
Nah, they need a running back.
Damn it.
I don't know, man.
Damn it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this team might need fucking defense. Mo, what do they need over there in Chicago?
Jesus.
That's
Ah,
Hey
Damn.
man,
Don't matter who they pick, they always pick the wrong ones.
Matthew Golden. If you
Matthew
don't go
Golden,
running back, if Jinty go get Golden,
receiver out of Texas.
Really?
how many wide receivers they need, man?
they don't
Remember,
have
Keenan
have some of
They
the
don't
ones
got
that they
Keenan
had
Allen no
last
more.
season.
But they got DJ Moore. They still got
And
the
Rome
kid.
Odunze, they got Cole Komet.
Okay, what did Roma Duzens do last season? Please tell me.
Not a
Tell me
He's
how
only in
great
his
he
second
was.
season. Give him a minute.
Fucking thing.
There's two other guys on that team that he was throwing the ball, plus Cole Komet. So yeah, Roman Dunze is not gonna get that many touches.
He ain't
So-
gonna do Brian Thomas
They
rookie
still
numbers.
drafted him.
Yeah,
Brian
they
Thomas
drafted him,
alone.
but now he's gonna have more of an opportunity.
I'm just saying, give me somebody else. Give me a defensive player. These are
Well,
Marcus.
they picked a pile of offensive linemen for him.
maybe they go defense. Who gives a shit?
This boy just
I don't know if I
hates.
like this angry Mo. I don't know if I like angry Mo. I like
All right.
fucking happy-go-lucky Mo.
So if they don't
It's
get
because he
him,
don't like
then-
the Bears.
No, it's
Or
not
Caleb.
that.
It's
I could give
Caleb.
two shits about the Bears.
It's
But
Caleb.
they are no, it's not Caleb. I feel how I feel about Caleb. I don't think Caleb is going to be who they think he is. But that don't mean they have Ben Johnson. I would think that he would want something to add to the offense. Maybe.
A running back.
Keenan Allen is no longer there. So all right, Cole Komet. Maybe he feel like running it with them, but they had a high-powered offense in Detroit. Why not try to have it over there in Chicago? But if they happen to go defense, I would say go get a corner because they had one of the best corners last season.
That I like. That I actually like.
But
I
they
like
have Jalen Johnson and Tariq Stevenson.
Let's round out the rest of the draft now, because at the end of the draft, because I'm not going to go over each team. We went over the top 10. That's more than enough.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's jump out there for a few of these other teams that might be interesting to look at. I do agree that the Cowboys are probably going to try to trade up. Okay. I think everybody knows they're going to attempt it. They're going to look for it.
Jerry's notorious for that
Yeah. Okay.
in draft.
The Seahawks. It's going to be interesting because they are definitely in rebuild. Am I wrong?
They're getting an old lineman, bro.
Okay. All right. And two other teams that I do want to ask because it could mean something, and that's going to be the Bills and the Chiefs being on the high end of the spectrum. What do you see the Chiefs doing, and what do you see the Bills doing to try to get them over the hump?
Chiefs, maybe defense because they got sliced the fuck up in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Bills go defense too. Bills
Past
go
that, I could maybe see a receiver
for the Bills.
I wouldn't for
no,
Chiefs.
for the Chiefs.
I think a Travis Kelce replacement.
There's no Travis Kelce replacement in this draft.
I don't know. But I'm saying you could get somebody.
As far as the Bills, I think the Bills still need a receiver.
I think they need the wide receiver. I'm surprised they're not trying to trade up.
No,
But I don't think they take one.
All right.
I think they plug an issue on defense.
Yep. Because
All
Von
right.
Miller gone.
All right. Last thing, just to light you guys up a little bit. All right. I'm going to start with Tyler here. Tyler, saw an interesting report the other day, okay, that had the over-under over 11 games over these top teams. 11 wins is where they're at. 11 and a half is where they're at, really, right? And I'm gonna spit some teams, and you're gonna tell me over or under. Okay.
You got it.
All right. We'll start with the Buffalo Bills. 11.5. Are they over or under?
Over.
Okay. The Baltimore Ravens.
Over.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Over.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm going under.
Okay, interesting. The Detroit Lions.
I mean, they've had some good ones. I'm going to go with under.
Okay. And a pick'em. A team that you think is going to
go over or under, or
that we're not thinking of.
Packers.
That was easy. All right. So based off of what Tyler said, he almost had the same way that they had him. Almost. Other
Which
than
one I got wrong?
The Eagles, they had over. They had the Eagles over, and they had
the Lions over.
Were under.
Okay.
So what do you guys think about that? Do you think that they're right in that sense? Do you see that that's where they might end up this season? Justin, let me start with you.
I don't know about the Lions being under, but I definitely see the Eagles going under for sure. I see that. I think that wave is about coming to an end for real.
Are you hating on them again? Remember,
nah, bro. It's just that you lost. Remember, the reason why they was there is Saquon, yeah, but the defense primarily. You know what I'm saying? And their defense is gone. Everybody got deals. Everybody got super maxes. People got paid. Eagles didn't want to pay you. Guess what? They're gone. I don't care how much younger you want to get. We're gonna keep getting younger every year. It don't really work that way. You know what I'm saying? You can't get younger every year. I don't see the Eagles going. I say 10 wins.
Okay.
They'll have a good season.
I don't see no 12. You know what I'm saying?
All
maybe
right.
11. Maybe.
What about you, Mo?
What, but with the Eagles?
No, I mean, in general, with those top teams.
I think it changes. I think there's a shift. The Chiefs got some figuring out to do. They got to figure out an identity. I don't think they need one outside of Pat. Pat can't guide you to everything. The Lions. My bad. It rhymed. The Lions. Disappointing season, loaded up. But I think they got a different offensive journey on their own hands. The one that I think should return is the Baltimore Ravens. What they do with it, I don't know. So Baltimore, I'm an early pick for Baltimore. Just put me there. That's the only team I think returns to that.
All right.
With no issue, because Philly is different.
Okay, I'm gonna go right back to you. You don't think that the Lions have the easiest path in the NFC?
No, I don't think it's gonna be as easy.
Is there someone you think that's gonna jump up to challenge them?
Okay, correct me. Who's in the Lions division one more time?
Packers.
Packers,
Vikings, and Bears.
Vikings.
Did you see what the Vikings did this offseason?
Yes.
Loaded the fuck up. Loaded the fuck up. It's not going to be that easy. The only thing you could question is the quarterback this year, because they're running it with J.J. McCarthy. That's the only thing. If you wanted to question something, you're going to question J.J. McCarthy. Past that, they loaded the fuck up. And the Lions lost their offensive coordinator. It had to go with somebody that was on staff, but we don't know how he called plays.
And we don't know how J.J. McCarthy's going to play either.
Yeah. So it's not going to be that. It's just not going to be that easy.
Defense coordinator, didn't they?
The Lions lost their defensive
They
coordinator.
lost their defensive coordinator. He's now the coach of the Jets. So they're it's gonna be different, bro.
Definitely
I just think they'll have a good season. I don't think they're gonna be what they was last year.
Okay. I mean, I can get with that. I can get down with that anyway.
Yeah, I don't think they fall to the bottom of the barrel again, but I think this season is gonna be pretty. I don't want to say evened out, but it's gonna be different.
All right. Hey, Kory. Out of all these teams, I think it's fairly safe to say I don't think anybody's going to object. Please do if you do think that, I'm wrong what I'm saying here, that the Baltimore Ravens are everybody's odds-on favorite to remain one of those top teams, just like Mo said. So with that said, and this is not playing up to you, but with that, because we all know you're a huge Ravens fan. But with that, is there someone else that we're missing that kind of puts a little fear in the back of your, the back of your mind where you're like, uh-oh, they're coming?
I'm still gonna stick by the Eagles. And why? They locked up the linebacker that they got for dirt cheap. Like they had who was the dude? The one that got the diving interception.
Braun,
who's been playing out of his mind. So they locked him up. They got two young corners. They got rid of Slay and Bradbury, who Bradbury been trash for a while.
and CJ Gardner-Johnson.
CJ Gardner-Johnson, well, yeah, he kind of fell apart.
He was an integral part in that team.
Yeah, but you could replace that in the draft. Not saying he's going to be CJ Gardner-Johnson, but you could get somebody comparable.
What I just say? You can't keep getting younger, man.
No, but you could get somebody comparable. The guy from what the hell? I'll tell you in a minute. Give me a second. But I still think they're a scary team. Their offense is still the same. It's just, and those defense. But look at the two. Like I said, the two corners played out of their mind for rookies. Who's the safety coming out this year? I forgot about Amari and Malachi. Amari and Malachi Starks. Those are two really good safeties that they could grab and put in back there to help out with that defense.
All right, but who comes out of the AFC?
It's going to be that's going to be tough, man. Because we saw a resurgence with you guys didn't touch on this, but we saw the AFC West nearly end up in a three-way in the playoffs again. So you have the Chargers and we had the Broncos who came out like that. The Bills should win their division. So they're going to come out, but it's going to be tough. That's a tough call, man.
Bro, who's going to win the shittiest division in the AFC for?
First off, let me correct Kory. Okay? The Chargers are the new Bengals to me. Justin Herbert is the new
Joe Burrow.
I hate on.
But look how close they were. Look at what look at what the Chargers did with nobody on offense.
And they still have nobody.
Look at what they did with nobody on offense.
Trash.
Look at what they did with nobody on offense. And Herbert had a great season.
I've been dogging you for 3 years. And last year, you probably had one of the best years I've ever seen a quarterback have. Made me feel like an asshole last year. Mo loved the fact that I have to sit here and say that Joe Shiesty shit.
It's the fucking glasses of the bug hat, bro. That's what it is.
His team is still trash. Well, I don't want to say his team is trash. His team's not trash. Can't do everything. Mo said that last year. The guy can't do everything. He plays one position, can't play all the positions, okay? But I do think that we're underestimating the Bengals next season. I would not be surprised if the Bengals shock everybody and are right there with the Ravens at the end of the season. I'm not saying
Trey Hendricks. They can't play defense.
Excuse me. I just have one thing to bring up. I just have one team to bring up.
Yes, sir.
I bring up the team.
Houston Texans.
Kory, I need you to get off them. And I need you to pay attention in your own division. because
Who you
there's a
talking about, the
certain team
Steelers?
in your division that has DK Metcalf and fucking George Pickens now.
Who's
So
their
All
quarterback?
they have to fix is quarterback.
Who's their
that's
quarterback?
a big fucking fix, Mo.
Huh?
That's a
Oh.
big fucking fix.
It's a big fix, but you can find somebody who can find DK
That quarterback,
Metcalf and
bro.
George
What the
Pickens.
fuck?
You can find somebody who can find those two receivers.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
Gino couldn't find DK last year.
Aaron,
Say it again,
old ass
Justin.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Say it
Man,
again, Justin, just one more time for me, please.
Aaron fucking Rodgers.
He turned. You got him to
Somebody.
turn off his camera. Wow.
Tune in next week to another episode from the podcast, bro. It's your boy,